Hello there, folks. It was ages ago since I did a vinyl CD update. I stopped doing monthly updates to do shorter videos with updates, and look what it's become. But here it is anyway. I thought that I didn't have so much to show, and then all of a sudden, poof, it blew up with a whole lot of 45s, vinyl singles, and it's mostly them, but a whole lot of CDs also. Not that much full-length vinyl, incredibly enough. Most of it is because mainly in this city I have 3 places to find good records on, and if they haven't put in gotten in anything of interest, then I won't be able to buy it. So but still, I have a lot to show, so I guess I should be started, so this video won't be an eternity long. Let me also say that for those of you who wonder why I'm not sitting out at a balcony by now, it hasn't, for starters, been that warm enough to sit at the balcony, so hopefully it will be warm enough soon as the summer now is arriving. Then of course it have to do with that I have to pull the web camera outside on the balcony like before. As you know, my mobile phone isn't that good shape when it comes to the microphone, so I'm not sure how I will be able to do balcony videos this year, but hopefully I will be able to do some anyway before the summer is over. But now back to vinyl. I have tons of millions to show, and start with, for once, the full-length vinyl I have to show, which aren't that much. I showed not too long ago this with the McKinney's Cotton Pickers, William McKinney's little studio band that does very early style of big band that I really like, and I managed for $1.50 find another one. This is volume 7, this is volume 17, so very happy to find another one, because as you know, I like these RCA black and white series, and I also like McKinney's Cotton Pickers and these Jazz Tribune releases. I managed to find Jerry Mulligan. First, this Jerry Mulligan and his orchestra, Walk on Water. I was very disappointed when I listened to this because it was a way too modern jazz for me. It was not that much rhythm, and it was uninteresting. So unfortunately, this will not stay in the collection. This one is a whole lot more interesting, as this one is from 1980. But this is recordings from the 60s. This is the concert jazz band on tour. Guest soloist Zoot Sims. Released on Verve. And it's very interesting. So this one I have really high hopes for. For those of you who wonders, the previous vinyl CD update was in the mid-March. So I guess it's really time to do one. CDs, some CD singles. Lisa Stansfield and one of her lesser known songs, All in the Right Places, from the movie Indecent Proposal. We have a lesser known Midge Ure, Breathe, from 93. And The Adventures, Scottish pop band, mostly famous for the 80s, but this is from 1992. Raining All Over the World. And we have some Scooter from out Germany. Fire! A summer classic from 97. Now, going to regular full-length CDs. Continuing on the jazz where I left off with the vinyl. Hammond Organ Collection. Found this real fantastic for 10 cents only. Containing some of the best that jazz Hammond has to offer. Jimmy Smith, Jack McDuff, Ruby Wilson, Jimmy McGriff, Big John Patton, Richard Groove Holmes, Lonnie Smith, Babyface Villette, Freddie Roach, and Charles Ireland. Lou Donaldson, but he's not a Hammond organ player. But it is a really nice. Some are really more jazz, some are a little bit more funkier stuff, and I prefer jazz, but it is a very nice compilation that definitely stays in the collection. Phil Wood's Quintet, from a release from, or should I say, recordings from, it says released in 1988. Bop Stew. And Benny Goodman Quartet on a Bluebird release, RCA Bluebird release. Another RCA's great jazz sub-labels. Together Again is the title, and it is because this quartet, classic quartet with Benny Goodman, Lionel Hampton, Teddy Wilson, and Gene Krupa, played in the 40s, but stopped playing together, or at least as a quartet. Benny Goodman, of course, played with Hampton and Wilson, but he had a fallout with Gene Krupa. And here, back in the 60s, where this is from, they have reunited again, and it's a really nice 60s swing album. We have box sets, believe it or not, from these that I've shown before. Past Perfect Silver Lines 5 CD box sets. Frank Sinatra. Not often I buy him, but this is early ones, the early Sinatra recordings from the 40s. So this is more pure jazz to big band. So it is a quintet of really nice CDs with Frankie Boy. And also Count Basie. 5 CD box with a nice bass and of course booklet. I only paid, believe it or not, $1 each for these. Leaving jazz now for a while, we have Alexander O'Neill and a solo album, Saga of a Married Man. This is a very late, from 2002, very late Alexander O'Neill. But from the quick peeks I heard, it sounds very good actually. Very nice, danceable soul music. Phil Collins, Both Sides. Getting close to getting complete Phil Collins soon. DeBarge. 80s soul group and the siblings, and this is greatest hits. Normally I don't like greatest hits when they are released so close to their biggest peak, because then I miss some great stuff after. But in this case, this is from 1980, released in 1985. And that after that, it is more or less El DeBarge solo stuff, and those are not as interesting as the group. So I'm very happy to sell with this when it comes to compilations. Bryan Adams, Unplugged, 1997. We have Patti LaBelle live from 1992. And this is a CD that I hesitated first. I got it for $1, And since I don't have the full length of this one, I felt like even though it lacks of a proper sleeve, I felt like, okay, until I get a better looking copy, at least when it comes to sleeve or vinyl, why not? I can get it. It's still the music. So I got this version of a CD version of David Bowie's Space Oddity, 1972. Now, the huge stack of CD singles, starting with regular pop. I have sorted them into some kind of genre. Regular pop, we have Coming Up, Paul McCartney, and a live version with Paul McCartney Wings at the B-side. We have Dr. Hook and Sexy Eyes from a actually really great album called Sometimes You Win. Jackson Browne, For America. From 1985. A classic, Mark Knopfler from the local hero soundtrack, Going Home. Smooching at the B-side. Really great, happy to find this. Princess, Say I'm Your Number One. And what's interesting when it comes to Princess is that it is produced by Stock Aitken Waterman. It is those early Stock Aitken Waterman that I actually really like. I like the regular Stock Aitken Waterman, the more bubblegum disco that came in 87, 88, of course. But I also like very much this more smoother Stock Aitken Waterman that have a bit of soul in it. And when you listen to the production that Princess have, it's not that far from this. This is the 3 Degrees that released 2 singles for Stock Aitken Waterman, and this one is one of the 2, the bigger one of them, The Heaven I Need. And the sound of this one, since it is produced also by Stock Aitken Waterman, sounds very much familiar to this. Say I'm Your Number One. So it almost sounds like the 3 Degrees is a Princess single, but with a whole lot more famous group in the mic. This one I was really happy to find. I am a big fan of TV series themes, but not often I found them on vinyl in its original. I never knew that this actually existed, but I managed to find the original soundtrack, the original theme for Hill Street Blues by Mike Post and Larry Carlton. And it sounds as classic as it does on TV. I didn't know that this existed. I'm very happy for this one. This one might wind up pretty high on the best finding of the year chart when the year comes to an end. Chris Rea, Stains by Girls from 1985. We have Billy Idol, Eyes Without a Face. A special release that is with gatefold and a little bit bigger than normal singles. This is a Swedish single with an artist that has a really interesting story. This is a Swedish singer named Jakob Hellman, and his debut single Tåg, Train. Now Jakob Hellman is an artist that in 1989 released an album that was highly regarded as one of the best Swedish albums ever. and it became an icon in Swedish pop music. It is a really great album, definitely. Interesting thing is that after this first debut album, Jakob Hellman quit the music business altogether. No one knew anything. He popped up in one single as a guest vocalist, but otherwise, no one heard from him. Until I think it was around 3 or 4 years ago when he finally released his second album, then turning over, becoming more than 50 years old. And in October this year, he comes with his third album. So it's a very, very odd discography this guy have. But he's a really great singer, very great lyrics, and this is a nice Swedish pop tune. French synth pop from the 70s, late 70s. This is Space that had a really big hit with a song called Magic Fly that is considered one of the pioneer songs in synth pop music at its time, after Jean-Michel Jarre and Kraftwerk. At that time they had helmets and looked almost like ancestors to Daft Punk. This is from their third album, and the helmets are gone, and but it sounds a little bit more disco-ish, but still with a lot of synthesizer sound. So it's really, really great single, great to find. I hope to find this album one day. British group Climber Fisher, Love Like a River, from 1989. At the B-side, they have one of their biggest hits from 1987, Love Changes Everything. And we have Elvis Presley, and a song that I remember listening to a lot of times when I was a kid, actually. Not being a huge Elvis fan, but when I find stuff that I remember from my childhood, I really like to have it. Now and then there's a fool such as I, oh, such as I Need Your Love Tonight at the B-side. So, moving on to next pile. We have some disco. Dan Hartman, Relight My Fire, from 1979. Robin Gibb from the Bee Gees, that did actually some really great songs back in the mid-80s. I consider Bee Gees 80s and 90s, with the exception from the ESP and You Win Again releases, not to be that great, actually. A little stale. ESP was a great album, though. But Robin Gibb's solo stuff with Juliet and so on was actually really good, and so is this one, Boys Do Fall in Love, from 84. We have Dollar, I've shown numerous times before, and Ring Ring, which has nothing to do with the ABBA song. Star Control at the B-side. Now going into Jazz 45s. This is a Benny Goodman band. One might think that I have enough of Benny Goodman 45s, but if I find something that I think I don't have, I'm all for it. And Mazel and Dizzy Fingers I can't remember having, actually, so very, very nice to have this big band release. A lot of boppy stuff also. This is the new Jerry Mulligan Quartet with Blueport and News from Blueport. Recorded in 1958. And we have another one. We have a Jerry Mulligan Sextet and Blue at the Roots and Lollipop. Really lot of Jerry Mulligan this time. We have some Art Blakey and the Jazz Messengers, Whisper Not and Blues March. Released also in 1958. We have Kay Winding and J.J. Johnson. Not together though, this time. They share one side each. Kay Winding Sextet with Sid's Bounce and Night and the Bop Top from 1949 at the one side, and J.J. Johnson Sextet with Ulysses and Foxhound from 49 at the other side. Miles Davis and the Modern Jazz Giants, which is including Sonny Rollins, Horace Silver, and Modern Jazz Quartet members Percy Heath and Kenny Clark. This is from a 10-inch that was released back in the 50s. And 1954, I think the original was released, but this 4 years later, they released it in Sweden and Swedish distributed version, containing But Not For Me and Doxy. And a couple of Duke Ellington. What would an update be without a Duke Ellington nowadays? This is Duke Ellington and Johnny Hodges back to back. And back to back is a really great album that they made. I have the album, but it's nice to have a 45 of it also. Basin Street Blues and Weary Blues on this one. So really nice to have. I also found one of these Jazz Gallery releases from Philips. This contains Jones, Perdido, Avalon, and Spaceman, the Duke Ellington Orchestra. I got it for a very low price, I think 50 cents. I thought it was, why not? Now we're marching into a great stack of 70s soul. Or soul anyway. There are some 80s also, like this one. This is Brothers Johnson, Welcome to the Club, from 1982. This is Brothers Johnson without Quincy Jones at the, as a producer. But I think they managed very well anyway. This is the new single that came to the compilation Blast that was released this year. Really, really great. We have a Rufus without Chaka Khan from the Numbers album from 1978. We have Keep It All Together, Declaration of Love, and Red Hot Poker. 80s, Patty Austin from the Getting Away with Murder album from 1984. This is Heat of Heat and Hot in the Flames of Love. Heat with Heat is produced by Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis, and the other one by Narada Michael Walden. So great soul names here. We have a 1980 Philly release. This is the OJs and Girl Don't Let It Get You Down on one side. And we have You're the Girl of My Dreams, Show Enough Real at the other side. Always nice to find OJ stuff, at least when they are this old. I have heard album by them that when they were from the late 80s. Not that good. George Benson, one of my all-time favorites, love ballad from the really, really great album Living Inside Your Love from 1979. You're never too far away from me on the other side. We have LTD. LTD, who is a band where Jeffrey Osborne, the soul singer, came from. I'm not sure which is A or B here, but I guess it don't matter because they are both on the same album. It's Time to Be Real, and we both deserve each other's love. It's 1978. We have also from the same year, Candy Staten, and Honest I Do Love You. A song that became not that big hit, but it's a really, really nice, smooth soul pearl with a lot of great strings in it. I'm Gonna Make You Love Me at the B-side. And this is also produced by Dave Crawford. We have a Delegation from 1900 and it doesn't say here, but it is Delegation is always welcome in the collection. I Want Ya Back and 12th House. We have a Smokey Robinson from 1978, released on Motown. We have Shoe Soul, and we have I'm Loving You Softly. And we have finally two Patti LaBelle releases. This is from 1980, and it is an epic release. Trying to find out what's A and B here. Well, we have Come and Dance With Me, and we have Release the Tension. And this one is very, very interesting. This is from 1977, and it is actually her second solo single ever after the breakup of the LaBelle group. We have I Think About You and You Are My Friend. Whew, that was a whole lot. Only 45, only these took a while. But I managed to keep it under 30 minutes. Hooray. So the summer comes now, and hopefully the previous summers haven't been all that good when it comes to finding great stuff. Let's hope that this summer actually is a throwback to what it used to be, where I found great stuff here and there. So let's see what the summer can bring. So until next time, I hope that you have a really nice time, no matter where you are, no matter what you do. Take care and so long.